Welcome! I'm Helen.
I'm Sydney.
And we're Vape! Today we will be guiding you through a historical journey. You will see how art has developed throughout history. We will plunge into the waters of artistic mastery.
Starting in the Paleolithic and ancient periods, we will show how art techniques, styles, and perspectives have progressed into our contemporary world.
The first art we see are the prehistoric cave paintings, the Hall of Bulls from 15,000 to 10,000 BCE, in what is today southwest France. The Hall of Bulls represents an early ritualistic behavior that incorporates art. Hunters would paint depictions of man overpowering animals in order to ensure a good hunt, also referred to as creating hunting magic. These images were created with dirt or charcoal mixed with animal fat and spit. Aside from cave paintings, early human behavior is represented through sculpture as well. As the Mesolithic era, known as the New Stone Age, developed, so does the use of art. The early humans stopped nomadic living and began growing crops in developing cities. Here we begin to see the use of vessels. 520 to 510 BCE, the women at the fountain house. This vessel from archaic Greece represents the use of art both aesthetically and functionally. Vessels were used in ritual, and often they are used by the elite and filled with rich wines. Similar artistic adaptations to functionality were used in ancient China for rituals to receive blessing from deceased ancestors. Around the world, early humans were developing artistic expression as their civilizations advanced.
Also emerging was the exploration of sexuality, shown in the famous
Venus of Willendorf.
Believed to be constructed in 25,000 BCE in Austria region. This piece, along with the idol from Amorgos, found around the same time in Greece, depict early human exploration of sexuality in developing patriarchal societies. Often, these were constructed for rituals of fertility and fascination of the female body. Architecture was also one of the earliest art forms, where civilization created structures for the purpose of worship and ritual.
The Egyptians, establishing hieroglyphics, also created some of the first architectural wonders of the world. In 2650 BCE, Imhotep was responsible for the astounding creation of Pyramid of Djoser at Saqqara in Egypt. Another architectural wonder was found in Athens, Greece, dating from about 425 BC. The Greeks were architectural geniuses. Their construction creates the illusion of perfect symmetry and measurement, when in fact it was not. In the Doric order, Greeks focused on geometric, heavy structures without ornamentation. The Ionic order, dating from 500 to 323 BCE, introduced taller, more slender, and more decorative. Was also considered feminine.
A prime example of this is the Temple of Athena, which is still marveled at to this day. Other Greek architecture is the caryatid porch of the Erechtheion Athens, 421 to 407 BC, where the Greeks sculpted female figures as columns. The Greeks also adopted the art of papyrus scroll, whose origin dates back to ancient Egypt. Scrolls were made by fastening several pieces of papyrus, leather, or paper with glue or thread. The scroll was used by the Egyptians, Greeks, and Romans as a standard way of preserving antiquity. The scroll became replaced with a codex, what today we know as a book, single pages and a cover. The Middle Ages adopted this practice, of which just so happens to be our next episode.